Welcome back to another reaction video. This one's to Epica, Metanoia, and New Age Dawns. Okay, so we're continuing New Age Dawns, which, as I said, if you go back to my last one, this was a saga that was back for Consigned to Oblivion and Design Your Universe, which I'm lacking that they're continuing. I heard that Versus Mothers is over, but it's okay. The Kingdom of Heaven saga is also over, so I guess, use this time to continue other sagas that you have and maybe start a new one. Maybe the next album start a new one. But I am all for this. I'm splitting these videos up for the sake of so you guys have something over the course of a week, because it seems as if I do a whole video, that'll be one video that you probably won't have on for a long time. So if I split them up, then you guys can get something consistent, and maybe it won't be 3 to 4 weeks like last time. But yes, I'm going to do this one and then switch to some Bandmade, and then I'll come back. We'll see. Maybe I do this whole album in one sitting. Hopefully, I hope that happens. But until then, this is a 7-minute track, which is the second longest song after Darkness Dies in Light, which is still my favorite currently. But maybe this one changes it. Let's go. Simone being... What does it sound like? What Epica song does this sound like right now? Something from Omega. Something from Omega. You can hear like some... I don't know, they got wire in the back. Like some little taps. Like, I don't know what to call them. But this choir use. Loving it. See? Heavy use of choir. This is what I want. Yep, this is... It doesn't have to be really heavy. This has to be epic coded, and I love it. This is sound like it sounds like a song from Epica. Yes. It's giving time. It's giving vocal duality. This also gives Abyss of Time, which is the first single from Omega. I'm really referencing that album. Together we are one. Like, it seems as if this concept in the last album was all about being one. Yeah, see, they're keeping core Epica themes. really need to know these lyrics. But actually, now that I think about it, it sounds like something that could have been off of the holographic principle. Yeah. That and probably the Quantum Enigma. But definitely the last three. Everything pulls back. Now we're getting just drums and some backing choirs. Okay, so the vocals kind of sound like, at least on this one, sounds something from like the Revamp album by Revamp. Solo, yes. Mark with the orchestra. I gotta go back. Oh shoot, I didn't pause it the whole song. I would say something I really enjoyed that we got a taste of was well, at least something out of here, Mark and the orchestra, which we got, I don't want to say for the first time, but I think it was for the first time, hearing Mark with an orchestra and choir. We're not hearing Mark with the orchestra, but hearing Mark vocalize with a choir for the first time, at least in a long time, that I have heard. They did that for the cover of Time. They usually, when they do a cappella versions or ballad versions, they usually don't have Mark on it at all. And so to have him vocalizing grunts and growls on an a cappella version with a whole choir was definitely a treat. And I know a lot of people prefer that version to the actual version, but I love both of them for two different reasons, so I never compare them. But yeah, that was great. Let's continue. Also, it kind of sounds a bit like After Forever. These noises sound like Doctor Who noises. I'm just saying. If I had to say, it sound like Doctor Who noises. Yeah, okay. This is something at the end. Usually there's not. Okay, there's a long silent ending, which is completely fine. Yeah, this whole song gave me it gave me Quantum Enigma, the holographic principle, Omega, Revamp vocals, and some of the orchestrations with guitaring sounded like something from After Forever, which of course Mark had a hand in the first 2 albums after Forever, so it makes sense. I would hear something from those 2 albums. I don't know exactly what. As I said, it's been a while since I've heard anything from those 2 albums, let alone that band. And then same with Revamp. It's been a while since I heard anything from that. But I know it sounds like Revamp vocals, but I revisited some of the tracks a couple months ago. But yeah, oh my gosh, this album is so good. But I was expecting this because Epica to me kind of makes no bad albums. Like, I know people have their issues with Requiem for the Indifferent, but there are really great songs on that album, such as Serenade of Self-Destruction, Monopoly on Truth. Like, you have some really great songs on that album. I don't care what nobody says. Avalanche is a really great song. Like I really enjoyed like Requiem for the Indifferent, and I am thoroughly a really big fan of that. So, like, I enjoy when Epica steps outside their comfort zone and experiments while still keeping their core sound, their core essence, and their messages, and their like symphony and orchestras. I'm all for that. But I'm all for also experimenting with subgenres, like what they did with Ascension, which was, what they did with Ascension on Holographic Principle. I'm all for it like that. Same with Dancing in a Hurricane. I'm all for it, experimenting, which is what I think Requiem is a big experiment of adding in progressive metal, but I'm all for it. But yeah, what did you think of this song? I think there's one more part to the New Age Dawns later down the track in the album, but I don't remember. It might be a part of I'll check now, why not. Yep, which would be the Grand Saga of Existence, which we will get to. But yeah, let me know what you thought of Metanoia. I don't still know how to pronounce it. I was not paying attention to necessarily the lyrics, more so just the overall sound. But until then, let me know what you thought about this song. Let me know what you're thinking about the album. And yeah, just put your, I guess, recommendations for other Epica stuff in the comments, or other groups and bands. I will be checking out Nightwish's newest album. I have not heard it. I'm not gonna say I've been running from it, but I have not heard it. But yeah, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.